Okay, now.
Hydrating. Hello, everybody. Waiting for some viewers. I'm waiting for somebody to show up. I guess everybody can show up. Hi, I'm Mags Golden, and I'm with WikiTree. We are live at the Global Family Reunion, and we've got a crowd at the WikiTree tent. We have tons of people hanging out, checking things out. Who are you? Are you waving at me?
No, I'm waving at the feed that you're doing.
What's your name?
Holly.
Holly, what is your most distant ancestor?
Most distant. I can trace the maps. North Dakota, Minnesota.
I'm sorry, but you don't sound like you're from North Dakota.
No, my great grandfather from North Dakota to Louisiana is 1906.
Okay, people. Now this is a grammar speechology thing. It's made in Louisiana, so we're not talking about Louisiana. We're talking about Arsenal. To find out about the Cajun connection of this woman, but she says North Dakota. Okay, far north. I can tell you it's been a really busy day here at the WikiTree tent at the Fruit Stack. It was raining earlier this morning, and with the rain coming down, we rained out. And I know that Tom last night posted, and a couple of our a great chance of cousin connection. I can tell you we didn't make any cousin connections. Actually, Lisa Franklin just walked up. She's one of our DNA specialists. She's the one over there in the black cowboy hat. Lisa, wave. Wave. What's your favorite ancestor?
My favorite ancestor, J.D. Abney.
Who on earth is J.D. Abney?
J.D. Abney is from the Abneys from Leicester, England, and I went to the Abbey in April for the first time and saw the font where his great-great-grandmother was baptized in the 1500s as an infant.
And where is this in England?
Leicester.
Where?
Leicester.
Leicester.
Leicester, the car park.
Your profile's mine.
Oh yeah, for Richard III. He's one of mine. Well, he's not. Catherine Swinford's. He's step brother, step grandson to my uncle.
Sounds like an AJJ.
Doesn't it? Your father's first cousin, second boyfriend's third sister. So, Lisa, tell me, what have you found out interesting about DNA, since you're a DNA specialist? What have you found out interesting walking around the Global Family Reunion today?
Well, I have found that we need to give everybody a sticker that says, do a DNA test. Do a DNA test.
Do a DNA
One
test.
thing I do know is that the more we will learn.
The more people who test, the more we will learn. So that would be
It's all
better.
about how much data you have to work with and making matches and triangulating requires having more cousins to match in certain places.
Even if they're first cousins?
Even if they're first cousins, even if they're 10th cousins.
No, I mean like first cousins, marriage. The parental event.
Oh no, I have said first cousins. My great grandparents.
Oh no!
Sullivan married a Sullivan.
A Sullivan married a Sullivan, a first cousin. That's crazy. I can tell you that Roland is here, and he could tell us what's up with the latest on the Acadian projects on WikiTree. There's Roland.
Hello.
Arsenault.
Roland in English, Roland en français.
En français.
With ladies, we're just keep on finding duplicates, merging them together to make sure we have a robust tree.
Hello.
Trying to make connections to France, but that's very difficult because sometimes you can't find the records.
About 7 years now.
Awesome. I don't know what else to say then.
I'm guessing you guys
Who is your most distant ancestor that you know about?
Our most distant ancestors, there's quite a few. They all came together around 1630s when they came from France into what is today Nova Scotia. That was Acadia at the time, and there's plenty of them. There's on my maternal line is Pirinero. I've got something like 13 generations away. On Arsenault side, my last name is Arsenault. Pierre Arsenault was probably a pilot. Like in those days, a pilot was somebody who knew how to get around the coast. And he came over to France and Acadia. And that covers my maternal side. And in between, there's all sorts of names. Labian, there's Cormier, there are all sorts of.
Yeah, Cormier in my family. We need to talk.
Oh, we definitely do.
Let me ask you this: do you have any interesting, infamous, or famous ancestors in your family?
Well, not they were just basically people of the earth. They were farmers. They didn't do a lot of
No robbers, no black sheep.
Well, there was this one guy. He ended up actually exiling to Louisiana. And he was what's his name? I'm sorry, you're putting me on the spot here.
Yes, I am.
Joseph Broussard de Beausoleil. And he happens to be one of the ancestors of Beyonce. So that gives me the connection with Beyonce being my cousin.
That is pretty cool, So, here, have you run into any cousins that you know here?
Well, Leanne is here as well, and she's a distant cousin. She's actually the one that helped me get introduced to WikiTree many years ago.
Oh,
Leanne Lavoie.
she's one of our leaders. Karen Tobo is wandering into screen now. Hey, Karen.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. It's been a long time. We were in I was wondering, Karen, if you have any ancestors you want to tell us about.
You know, most distant, gosh, I don't know. It might, in some ways, I was going to say it could be my husband because from two people that are from completely different parts of the planet.
Oh, that's right.
If you're willing to
Go ahead.
I was going to say on my name badge when it said, you may have heard of my relative, I decided to put about my third cousin, second
way!
Red Skelton from, we have a common Kimmel ancestors from southern Indiana and Illinois.
So, do you have any info that we should know?
You know, there's Red, the comedian who like this humor is whether you find him a funny man or not. And he and my granddad used to sell newspaper sandwiches on the morning commuter trains in Saxon, Indiana.
Wow. So where are you from originally?
I am from near Gary. I was born in Gary, same hospital as Michael Jackson. Grew up in Hoboken.
Michael Jackson, beer hunter.
No.
Michael Jackson.
The singer.
Yeah.
Hey.
Woo!
Hey. So I grew up there in Northwest Indiana, which is kind of part of Chicagoland. You'd say my dad worked in the steel mills there.
Oh, I apologize for this.
You've been talking all day long.
I've been talking, and plus there's some like lighter fluid. So
Right,
they're cooking jerk beef right
Yes.
next door. So
and it tastes really delicious.
it does taste good, but
It's making some air pollution.
it's making some air pollution. Chris, we can get Chris to come in and talk to us. Our great
I'll
WikiTree
say bye for
leader.
now.
Bye, Roland. Hey, Chris, we're in the middle of our hangout, and you back up or he could just bend over. Did you notice that I got this today?
I didn't.
He didn't know. Experience here today. How are you doing things? Are you having fun? Are you meeting?
Well, there are cousins all over. Yeah, this has been a great event. Really friendly crowd, really diverse crowd. Like
Yeah.
We gotta get her in uniform.
I think my dad.
So, do you have an ancestor who is your favorite ancestor?
And I've been asked that really too many times not to have an answer.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you that then. What about your most?
You have
Bleeding, I'm bleeding green. It's all the tree.
This is clean. I swear it is.
Okay, Chris, clean me up. All right, thank you so
There
much,
you go,
Chris.
Mags.
So, do you have
So much-
an ancestor that you think is like what is your most far back?
Yeah, see Adam?
All the way up
Like
there.
I'm fairly New England on some of my lines, so that means that because you have these early American New England families.
Right.
There are a lot of connections made, but I honestly don't know how many of them are really.
This is our
real.
wiki treer in chief here, who is not telling you who his most distant ancestor is.
Well, anybody can see as well as I can.
But we can all go on
I'm
the wiki
pretty
tree and look
easy.
it
I'm
up.
pretty easy to find on WikiTree.
Yeah.
I'm within one. So you can see my tree.
So tell us something interesting about your experience with starting up WikiTree. Why did you start WikiTree? What was the inspiration?
Well, I was always the family historian. I grew up as like the archivist.
Right.
I was the one that was interested in family history, and I would always get everything from my grandparents I could, and I'd be the one that was sitting down and trying to organize things. So really, like from an early age, I was collecting family history. And let's see, when I was getting married, and I had a lot of family coming together for my wedding, and I wanted to put something together on a website so that people could see it. And I was doing this for my wife's family too. So I just put information and get it online as I could.
Right.
And because I'm already a web developer, I didn't want to use one of the existing tools. I just wanted to create something. So that was like sort of the genesis of what much later would become. I was at that time which is the I used to do. Sort of interested in using collaboration.
The open feeling of all of it.
It's very important for me to make what I was creating family history site collaborative to enable my family members, my more distant family members, especially when they had information that I didn't already have.
Oh, yeah, those are.
Somebody else.
Hey, I'm not sure. How are you doing? No, yeah, we're doing it. I'm doing an interview.
We're actually talking to camera over here.
Yeah, the crew showed up with their camera, and we're actually doing a live online interview with Chris Whitten right now.
I actually don't.
This guy's gonna roll some film of us doing our interview with Chris. So, who are you?
I'm Simon and Schuster.
Are you related to?
That's probably in, huh?
Yeah. Probably. Well, thanks for filming. So, back to my interview with Chris Wilton, the founder of WikiTree. So, Chris, we passed the 10 million mark last week. Is that right? What did we have a party? Get an invitation to the party?
This is the party.
This is the party.
I think we were so many people at WikiTree were thinking about the GFR here and thinking about the family reunion coming up. We didn't have a lot of brain space to make a big deal. Like I bet really if it had happened at another time, we would have made a bigger deal out of the 10 million. I think we probably made a bigger deal.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was a pretty big deal, and other people. saying WikiTree has 10 million profiles and over 290,000 members. That's incredible.
Well, it's a whole nother, I think like when we were a couple of years ago, we deal out of 10 million and like it just didn't happen.
Do you envision reaching this milestone at this point, or did you think it would be a couple of years down the line? It's just within the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, like people often ask me that about things like WikiTree. You know, like is it what I pictured? What is it? What I imagined? And I'm always kind of bad. I don't actually really. I take things one step at a time.
Right.
Like it's always been about the single family tree, about connecting everybody on one family tree, and that's what I envision